guys seeing or hearing anything? You can see but not hear? Nothing? I'm just gonna go ahead and start drawing, just in case. Oops. Staticky. Okay, can you hear anything now? Better? Okay, cool. I guess it wasn't too bad a time to come, to start streaming today. Yeah, I seem to have a lot of dropped frames. Also, hi everyone, and thanks for joining and watching my stream. Ah, that would be the problem. Wrong layer. Is it still holding out? Sorry if I'm a bit slow to reply, there is a lag. Also, I have to keep looking up at the other screen to see if you guys have said anything. Etienne says, so laggy? Yeah, sorry about that. I keep getting messages from my streaming server saying that it keeps dropping frames. Hi, Nix Nissa. Hello, 14009. I actually, I actually have forgotten what I actually said. Did I call you Etienne, or did I call you a teen? No, I think I said 13. Andy Artist said, "Hi, I love your work. Thank you very much." I've actually made this super easy for myself by, like, having pencils originally done. For 14009 says you pronounce my name right, like, what are we? I'm glad I'm pronouncing names right. I didn't realize this was a problem a lot of people have. It's actually been a long time since I've watched or even and definitely a long time since I've drawn Naruto, so sorry if he doesn't quite look like Naruto. Because I'd say my style has changed a lot since I was actively reading and, like, trying to emulate that style. Alicia Ford says, "Good job, thank you very much." I'm gonna say your name is pronounced Hyel. I don't know, but hi. Hi, Sol and Luna. Welcome. I actually... Okay, hang on. I should be reading out your comments so you guys know what I'm up to. Etienne says, "When do you think you'll be making the next part of Wintercoat?" I've actually started on the next, I think, 5 pages. They're in, like, they're all drafted and whatnot. They need to be cleaned up I need to add backgrounds and color. It's probably gonna be, I don't know, another week or two. Hi, Caden. Oh, 149 says the lag makes me unable to hear you. How tragic. I hope is it like making me cut out? Sorry. Ooh, Michael Jackson, Applehead, says, "You're amazing. I love your stories and drawings. Thank you." Yeah, sorry about the lag, guys. I mean, hopefully at least the drawing is clear. I mean, how clear is the image? Okay, either the lag is really bad or none of you guys heard that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and type a 5 in the chat window and see how long it takes to catch up. Kooky says, "I heard about the lag. Does that mean the 5 hasn't shown up? The bit?" Etienne says the lag is really bad for me. Super sad face. I'm just gonna double check my settings, see if I can do anything about it. Michael Jackson says, "What kind of app do you use for this?" Do you mean the program I'm drawing on, or the streaming program? Because I'm drawing on Clip Studio Paint, and I'm streaming using XSplit. Alright, so I closed a couple of windows. Hopefully that helped. I don't know. Michael Jackson asked, how old are you? I am 32. If you guys can't hear the answer, just let me know and I'll type it out for you. Etienne asks, how do you come up with ideas for drawings when you have an artist block? Um, Sometimes you just gotta let the block happen and just switch to doing something else, whether that's like watching TV or reading a book. Just because, everyone needs a rest. Otherwise, I'll do challenges, like those 30-day challenge things, or by like reading a book or watching TV or something, you'll kind of go, oh, I want to draw a thing like a fan art, or maybe something you saw or read inspired you. But yeah, sometimes you just gotta kind of go, well, it's an excuse to take a break, right? I mean, I had a huge art block for ages, and like it was mostly because my standards for myself had increased, but without practice, your skill goes down, and I just lost motivation to draw, and I instead of working through it, I just left it to rot, I guess. But yeah, I got into the Ladybug fandom, and I was just really excited to join in and create fan art, and here we are. Michael Jackson asked, how long do you draw? Do you mean how long have I drawn for, or how long do I draw for a day? Because I've been drawing since I was little. As for how often I draw and how long for, it kind of depends. I've got a day job, so that limits the amount of time I can spend drawing. Um, I could possibly draw all day if I wanted to, but that's not actually a good idea because you do need to take breaks and whatnot. Because otherwise, you'll get things like carpal tunnel or repetitive stress injuries, which I have actually had repetitive stress injuries, and that contributed to me not drawing for a really long time. So yeah, take good care of your hands. Yagma T says the lag is killing me. Sorry. Dubstep Apocalypse says, wow. Hello. Etienne says, when you're not watching Miraculous Ladybug, what do you watch? We've been watching Steven Universe, though we actually stopped before season 4 just because we like to let it build up and just like binge watch it all at once. I've really been wanting to get into Stranger Things, but I also want to let that build up because I get the feeling it's one of those shows where you just want to keep watching. Michael Jackson said, is it easier to draw on a computer or with a pencil? So I don't know if you're drawing on a computer or a tablet, but I think it's a computer. I am drawing on a tablet. I've actually got a Cintiq 21UX. It's a slightly older model, and just prior to this stream, I was struggling so badly to get it working. It's just not compatible with Windows 10. I'm actually fine drawing on either now. I used to struggle drawing digitally. It just didn't feel right. The surface space was too small. Part of that was actually switching up to a program that functioned better. Like previously I was using Photoshop, and Photoshop it's a nice hefty program and it's got lots of features, but maybe didn't really agree with me because I think it's probably not as strong as some programs for line art, which is, where my interests are. But yeah, I'm fine doing either, honestly, especially now with the Cintiq, which makes it feel a lot more organic. Etienne says animation-wise, so what shows I watch animation-wise. I was into watching a lot of anime. There was a time where I was just, I'd look for anything to watch. But sometimes I find that they don't because I got into the reading mangas, and sometimes the animations don't really do the manga justice. Like, there was a Bakuman um, animated show, but it didn't have the same energy as the comic. And then there was, what else is there? There's one called like This Art Club is Insane, which I really love the manga, but I don't know, the anime, like when the animation, the show was set in a school, I find the animation really dull. Cookie says, "Hey Dia, sorry, but I gotta head off to bed." Bye, Cookie. Nataranda7 Pika says hi. So does. Oh, hey, Rebecca Grace. Night, Cookie. Okay, I gotta zoom out because otherwise I'm not gonna be able to tell if this foot is. It might actually be too big. I'll go back after once I've drawn more. Is the lag still really bad? XSplit is still telling me I've got dropped frames. Etienne says gotta go. Bye, Etienne. Have a nice day. I have to say, Kishimoto really loves sandals and drawing toes, I think. Because honestly, if I was in a military situation, I would not want to have my toes exposed, especially with, like, small knives flying about. That just seems to be a workplace hazard to me. Michael Jackson asks, who's my favorite singer? My absolute favorite band is The Living End. They're not doing much right now. I know they've got something in the works, and there's been touring, but I don't know. I guess I like their earlier stuff, not to sound like a wanker or anything. I don't know if that's counted as a swear. Oh, silly me. I keep forgetting that I've got like a guide tool for stuff like straight lines. Oh, wrong layer. Emil Alimkanov says Taylor Swift. That's your favorite singer? Any favorite songs of hers? Again, I really apologize for the lag. How do these things connect? I'm just gonna add a belt. Michael Jackson says, "You're my fave miraculous drawer." Thank you. Are there any other artists that you're a big fan of? I'm also curious what your Tumblr name is. I'm assuming you're from Tumblr. that's not right. That can't be right. Okay, I'm typing in the chat because I feel like you guys aren't necessarily hearing my replies. Or the lagging is making me cut off so badly that it's just annoying to hear and you've turned off your sound. I wonder what this is going to end up looking like, because YouTube, I think will make a copy of this stream, so I'm curious as to whether it's going to be like really choppy because of the upload. Like, is it going to be like what you're seeing, or will it actually, be what it's like from my end? Thinking about it now, I probably should have recorded, on a local drive. I wonder if I've got that going on. I have no idea whether I've got a local recording going on, but it doesn't matter. Fatine says, holy shit, I turned it up to 320p. I can see without pixels. Oh, so it was also really, like, hazy as well? Does that mean you can hear me, or is that still a problem? Fatine says, yeah, I had it on 240p first. The quality was really bad, but now that I turned it up, it looks good. Oh, okay, good. Awesome. I'm surprised. I thought you'd have to turn it down or something to, like, I don't know, save bandwidth. I'll be honest, I'm not really an expert on streaming. Usually I don't even do it with sound. Michael Jackson asks, what's your favorite song at the moment? Sorry, I'm asking you. No, that's alright. Favorite song at the moment? I want to say it's, Valerie by Amy Winehouse. Yeah, I've had that one stuck in my head for the last few days. I actually, I didn't really know much about Amy Winehouse previously, which is a shame because, she's passed away now. And it's like, all this time, I didn't realize I'd already listened to most of her songs, because I guess just through radio play. Like, I don't really pay attention to what I'm listening to and who it's by. But yeah, recently realized, hey, I like Amy Winehouse. It's just a shame she's gone. Also, guys, feel free to tell me what your favorite songs are, and I don't know, favorite TV shows, favorite books. I will admit I'm not much of a reader. I think I was talking to Cookie the other day, and it's like I can just devour fan fiction, but the appeal of fan fiction is that, one, you know it's going to be indulgent. Two, you already know the characters. You don't have to waste time, reading at length about how this character has brown hair or purple eyes or whatever. You just, you already know your source material. You don't need those parts, and you also know the setting and everything, and you don't need any world building when you read a fan fiction. You just, dive straight in. Whereas sometimes I just get really impatient reading, because I guess there's a lot more effort trying to construct the world, and good on novelists and writers for having that skill. And I apologize to them for not having the patience to really appreciate it. Fatine says, at the moment my favourite song is For Him by Troy Sivan, because it's the Clant song. Fatine says, what the fuck did YouTube do to the TM symbol? Should I be swearing? Did YouTube change their policies about that recently? Michael Jackson writes, my fave song is Thriller and Feeling Myself by Beyonce. Beyonce's another one I got into without really realizing it. It's just, her songs are there, she has a lot of hit singles, they play on the radio, and you don't really... Fatine says, whoops, sorry if you shouldn't be swearing, I promise I'll try and keep it clean then. Oh, that's not you. I mean, I think... Okay, so what I've learnt is that YouTube has a policy about swearing. Or, well, a bunch of things, but swearing is one of them, in videos. And if you want to monetize your videos, you're not allowed to swear in them. And apparently it's been a thing for ages, but only recently they've started, enforcing it, which is an issue for a lot of Let's Players, because, some of them play scary games or games that are difficult, and sometimes they're just talking and it drops, just naturally. And so that's a lot of revenue that those guys have lost, revenue that they depend on. I mean, I don't depend on YouTube revenue. I do monetize my drawing videos, but if I have to turn the monetization off on this video, that's fine too. Fatine says, if it matters, maybe you could try Picarto for streaming. I do have a Picarto. I thought I'd try YouTube just because I wanted to upload my stream to YouTube anyway, so I figured by streaming on YouTube, I kill two birds with one stone. I suppose, like, if I stream on Picarto, I can record it and then just upload it later. And just, bleep out any swearing. But, it's no big deal if I don't, monetize every video. I'll just have to watch my potty mouth, which is a good, habit. I never used to have a potty mouth. Is the lag settling at all? Or are we still having problems? Michael Jackson writes, why are you so talented? 'Cause your drawings are perfect in my eyes. Thank you very much. It's a lot of practice. And I've been drawing for a very long time. Like I said, since I was little. And I think someone asked earlier how old I was. You can imagine how much time I've spent drawing. So nothing you can't achieve. It just takes time and patience. Like, I know a lot of people are like, oh man, they try the first time and they're like, they just feel like they can't get it. But, there are people who probably only, start drawing like a couple years ago. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of them could easily, like, just own me for drawing. And it's just like, they're just that committed. Like, I remember I was in an OCT league, and there were, like, a lot of people who, they definitely had drive and a bit of talent, but they were still pretty new to it. Especially, like, drawing regularly, too. But, like, over the course of that time, an OCT tournament demands that you draw a lot. And some of these kids, within a few months, they were just, like, I was completely outclassed, honestly. Like, it just amazed me how much they were able to learn in such a short amount of time. And I think it's just they were that dedicated. So yeah, nothing's out of reach. You guys can do it. I definitely believe in you. Won't even take a miracle. I'm really wanting to make it look like his toes are curling, at least on the one foot, but it doesn't quite look right. Almost like his toes are just tiny, which they are compared to the other foot, and I'm a bit worried that the other foot is actually too big. Fatine says, for how many years have you been drawing? I've been drawing for 3 years and I'm considering digital art, but alas I can't find any good programs for my broke self. I've been drawing since, I'm gonna say, at least 25 years. I wasn't drawing all that time. Like, I did take a break, and there's plenty of times where I just drew without really trying, or was just drawing indulgently, so I was just, say, drawing the same faces over and over instead of, trying to learn new stuff. In regards to digital art programs, I can recommend a number of things. There's Fire Alpaca and Medibang Pro, both free. I think Medibang also has a phone app version. I don't know what I'd compare them to, but they're a pretty good all-round program. Cookie, who was here earlier, she uses Medibang. There's another artist called Little Black Shah. She uses Fire Alpaca. I haven't used Paint Tool Sai. I believe that one's free as well. And from what I understand, it's pretty similar to what I'm using. I think there's a few others, like there's a free version of Open Canvas, but I think it's a bit weak compared to the other programs you can now get for free. I'm just going to leave that foot alone and shrink this one down. Okay, now both feet look too small. Yeah, I think both feet look too small. Let's undo that. Fatine says, looking at Medibang, it looks good. I don't know about Paint Tool Sai though, because it's on Softonic, and unless you want 200 plus viruses with your download, you should never download from Softonic. Fair enough. Let me know how you go, actually. Like, part of me wants to, download a bunch of programs just to test them out so I can give people reviews. But at the same time, I don't really want to flood my computer with, stuff I'm not going to use, especially because I have Clip Studio Pro and I'm comfortable with it. But, I mean, that's why it's good to know other artists, because, like I said, Cookie, who was just here earlier, she uses Medibang, and that seems to serve her well. Medibang also have this, it's a cloud feature, where you can download, special brushes and whatnot. And I think she got like a pencil brush on there that she really likes using. And I find like a brush that looks like a pencil kind of really helps me loosen up. Like, I can use the inking tool, which is this one here, but you know, I should probably actually get used to it. But I also get really, like, I don't know, fussy when I do. Like, because I just can't get the line as smooth as I want, and then it looks so harsh in comparison. Let's turn this down. Maybe drop the size. It doesn't look too bad, but yeah, really just harsh in comparison to the pencil stuff. Oops. No, wait, that's right. Yeah, I'll get used to it, but maybe not for these. These are, I'm just trying to... This is just for fun. Now the question is, do I want to color this? I feel it definitely at least needs shading. Maybe I can just do something like, let's see what I got. Pink. It's too dense. Oh, this one. Okay, first things first. Wait, wrong color. That's not right. Alexandra Salazar says, "Hello, Daya. That's beautiful. When will you continue drawing the Winter Coat comic?" I actually already have some of it drawn up. It's just not complete yet. There's 5 pages drafted, and I've begun the actual line work form, but it just takes time. I'm also a bit concerned about the pacing, because up until this point, it's all progressed pretty quickly. Like, the whole situation in the classroom, and then him, going, "Oh no, she knows." But now we're at the point where he's going to confront her about it, and it's just slowed right down, and it's like, is that the right pacing? Like, I'm not sure about it. I think I might just have to go with it, though, because otherwise I miss out on a lot of expressions and I don't know, I guess it's something they do need to talk about, so I shouldn't really kind of skip ahead too much. Besides, you guys like the interactions between them, so I probably shouldn't skip it for that reason alone. I think maybe I'll just get away with like a limited palette for this. That might work, actually. I think I've been streaming for about an hour after all. I didn't really plan on making this too long. Also, out of curiosity, how many guys how many of you guys from my Tumblr and got in on the Kiss Challenge asks? Fatine says, "Yeah, 100-ish asks, right? Lol, best of luck." I wasn't actually expecting that much. I mean, I guess I probably should have, considering the fandom I'm in. But yeah, at first I thought, okay, I'll probably get I don't know. I mean, I thought I'd have to leave it open a lot longer to hit that amount, Luckily for me, a lot of them are repeats. Because, yeah, I would be stuffed otherwise. Or maybe I'm still stuffed. We'll see, I guess. Oh, wait, I shouldn't have done that. Actually, you know what? I probably will be stuffed just because I'm actually thinking of linking a lot of the Love Square Kiss Us together to try and form a comic. Which is probably the last thing I should be doing, like starting a new comic project. Yagma says, I have to leave now and it sucks, but I can't wait for the finished version. Oh, sorry to see you go. I shouldn't be too far off. I don't think I'll go into full color for this. I probably just will add like a shading layer to finish it off. Yeah, I could probably get away with that. hope these colours are coming out alright. I find the colours on my Cintiq don't quite look the same on my screen. It's not too bad, like it still looks nice, but I don't know, I just prefer, like, you know, it'd be nice if when I'm choosing colours I know exactly what they're like, and when people see them, they're what I'm trying to convey. Okay. Actually, quickest way to test that is to move this entire screen to my regular screen. Hang on. You won't see anything, of course, because I believe, it's not too bad. Maybe add a gradient to the orange. Like, you probably just see the window, getting smaller, but... actually, no, let's make it more red. No, it looks awful. Oh. Hang on. No, that's not right. That's not right either. About there, I guess? Not too red. Increase saturation. Decrease. Decrease, yeah. Oh, I know. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Maybe texture. That's another nice thing about Clip Studio, is that it comes with a lot of like brushes and textures and things. Just seeing if I can find anything that works. Just for, I don't know, this one might be a gross cheat. Hang on. Or look really bad. That's not really... Maybe if I could go lightly? Nah, that looks super fake. Stina Strom asks, why was this recommended? Is this recommended on YouTube, I'm guessing? I can't tell you, I'm not in control of that. I'm gonna say that's Andre. Says BBFYDFG. I don't know what that means. Okay, now I think I'm just gonna add something silly for the fun of it. And you get to see what it looks like when I sketch. Oh, I just realized what I was missing. So a thing that we worked out earlier was that in order to make kisses actually look passionate, you gotta add some blush. Let's see. I'm on the wrong layer. Not the right color. worked a lot better on my sketch, I'll be honest. I'll get back to this nonsense. I'm actually not 100% sure there's still people in this stream. Okay, well, I think that concludes our stream. Thank you everyone for joining me, and I hope you learnt something maybe? I don't know. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you and goodbye.